Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this video in one go, so if I stumble over my words moving forwards, apologies about that, and also if the quality of this video is fairly poor as well. If there's any lag, anything like that at all, sadly it cannot be helped, and hopefully it is not too much of an issue for you. This is yet another Eurovision 2023 related video here on my channel, and another Melodifestivalen related video as well, because right now, as I'm recording this video you're watching now, it is 8:30 in the UK on the 11th of March 2023, and it is the final of Melodifestivalen, which, as we all know, is the Swedish selection method for the Eurovision Song Contest. And this year's ESC is just 2 months away. It will take place in Liverpool, of course, in the UK on behalf of current champions Ukraine. Now, I've been making videos about Melfest for weeks, so I've already given you my thoughts on all of the songs and the performances. If you didn't see my most recent video, I did make a prediction for tonight's results, and when I saw some other people's videos regarding predictions as well for this evening's show, I thought, wow, my prediction's really off here perhaps. But anyway, I predicted Nordman would finish last, and then going up, Mariette, Kiana, Paul, Jon, Panietos, Teot, Smashing to Pieces, Tuna, Maria, Marcus and Martinus, and Loreen. I predicted that Tattoo would be the winner with 184 points, Air would finish second with 158, and Never Give Up would finish third with 115. I haven't watched tonight's show at all, but I have just watched the jury points come in, and I was going to film a long video reacting to the jury points and, of course, the public points, but then that video would be very long, and I think there's still about half an hour to go. I've got it paused on my screen right now on SVT Play. Nordman last with 8 points as of right now, and then it's Maria Sur with 10 points, which is very, very low. I'm very surprised that she is so low on the scoreboard, and her chances of winning, which were perhaps quite slim anyway, definitely dead now. Then you've got Rhythm of My Show, On My Way, Where You Are Savashan, which I think will move up once the public points come in. One Day is mid-table. Where Did You Go? I'm thrilled Kiana hasn't been completely underrated here. Merav Day has done well, 42 points. 6 Feet Under is fourth with 53. And then we've got Paul Ray in third. It's a good song. It's not a bad performance, but I'm surprised it's that high. I think he will slip in a short while once the public have their say. Then we've got Marcus and Martinus in second place, and Tattoo, 92 points. I think the only jury that gave her less than 12 was Croatia. So my prediction of Loreen getting 92 from the public and 92 from the juries is still on. Let me just see here what is happening. When are we getting these public points? Surely not for another while yet. Yes, Tuna Sekelius. This is the recap, ladies and gentlemen. If you can hear my laptop whirring away at any point during this video, I really apologise as well. And I thought what I would do to kill some time, and I will put timestamps in the comments so you can just skip ahead to the actual moments when the results come in, is I would tell you a little bit about Melfest for me personally, because I do have a massive spreadsheet, which I'm looking at now, and I have ranked all of the Melfest songs going back to 1990. So this has been a long-term project for me over the years, and I thought that I would just go through the past decade and tell you my top 3 from each year. This might be of interest to some of you. So if we go back to 2013, Anton Ewald with Begging's my number 3, Robin Schoenberg with You, which did go on to Eurovision, my second favourite. My winner is a song that didn't even make the final, Hello Goodbye by Erik Segerstedt and Tone Damli, a song that is co-written by Måns Zelmerlöw. It's a fairly mid-tempo ballad-type track, but it's my favourite from that year. A year later, Sanna Nielsen, who went to Eurovision, my number 3, with Undo. När änglarna går hem by Martin Stenmark didn't make the final, it's my number 2. My winner, and this is a real anomaly to be honest with you, is a song that didn't even get out of its heat and finish last. It's Manda with Glow. Always liked it, that's my 2014 winner. 2015, Måns Zelmerlöw is my winner, then it's Erik Saade with Sting, and then Issa with Don't Stop. 2016, Victoria with Save Me, which is a song that I liked more well after that year's Melfest. Ace Wilder with Don't Worry second, Issa again in the top 3 as well with I Will Wait, which should have been in the final, great ballad. 2017, for the 3rd year in a row, no, the 2nd year in a row, my apologies, it's Victoria with As I Lay Me Down, Robin Bengtsson, who went to Eurovision second, and Ace Wilder with Wild Child third. So yeah, it's mainly female winners, it has to be said. 2018, which was not a strong year in my opinion, Mariette with For You, my personal winner, narrowly ahead of Jon Lundvik, and then Samir and Victor in third. And I should say that I do actually work out the ranking for my songs in a bit of an odd manner perhaps, because I do make up the results, if you see what I mean. For the international juries, I just make up the results. And then the real life points, I just sort of correspond with the songs that are in my personal final and work out the results that way. Hopefully you can see what I mean. But yes, Mariette, my number one in 2018. 2019, it's Victoria again with Not With Me, Jon Lundvik second, and Hannah Ferm and Liamu third. I have a feeling Hannah Ferm will be back in Melfest next year. 2020, Anna Bergendahl with Kingdom Come, then Dotter with Bulletproof, 1 point in it, just like in real life between her and the Mamas, and then Malu Pritz with Ballerina is my number 3. In 2021, it was Dotter with Little Tot, then Erik Saade, then Tussa, and then last year it was Cornelia Jacobs, my overall winner of the ESC, Clara Hammerström second, and Liamu in third. This year, I haven't quite worked it out yet. They're still showing a recap here. Blimey, that's a long recap. My 2023 top 3, as of right now, Teots is third. Liked it from the first time I heard it. Marcus and Martinez second, and Loreen in first place. What I'm hoping here, ladies and gentlemen, although it is looking that way now, I don't want Tattoo to win so comfortably, by an absolute mile. But then again, I'm looking at the songs. She doesn't really have much competition. She really doesn't. Marcus and Martinez could do it, especially with younger viewers. They might get more 12s and everything, but she doesn't really have much in the way of competition. And when I think back to 2012 in Baku, the actual competition itself in the May, she didn't really have any competition there. I know that the Russian grannies ran her close in the public half of the results, but really, she had one hand on the trophy all the way. And I don't think it should be that way this year if she goes to Eurovision, because you've got Finland, Austria is doing well, you know, in the eyes and ears of a lot of people already. You've got Serbia potentially, Norway potentially, lots of very expressive tracks that the public might just gravitate towards more. So she does have more competition this year if she goes. But I still think she might win by an absolute mile. Certainly tonight is an indicator, a little indicator, as to what might happen moving forwards. The juries clearly loved her. That's only 8 juries. There'll be more in Liverpool, and obviously different members on those juries. But it's a slight indication that she could absolutely smash the jury vote in Liverpool. Who knows? Are we getting the results yet? No. The results are about to close, though. I think they've got this Danny Salcedo bit now, because he's being inducted into the Melfest Hall of Fame. Not bad for a bloke that's never won it. Indeed, he was the runner-up behind Loreen 11 years ago. He had In the Club, and he had Amazing, and he came back the other year with Dandy Dancer, and he was also part of EMD, who finished 3rd in 2009, I think it was. So he's been around a long time. Anyway, I should take this opportunity as well, because I am starting to ramble, and we've got maybe another 10 minutes to go before the results. There are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish, including the Instagram page that I co-run with my good friend Peter, rajc.esc. Peter did sort of feature in a video that I filmed earlier this week, which was made sort of in the middle of the day, because he was here with me and we were trying to get tickets for Liverpool. Sadly, we were unsuccessful. There's been a lot of stuff on the news and indeed in the newspapers. In fact, I think I may as well mention it while I'm here. Is it in this one? Yes. There's been quite a bit in the press about ticket touts and how so many tickets for this year's contest are going for ludicrous prices on other websites, and I'm pretty sure that is illegal. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to read the whole thing out because this video is more about Melfest, of course, but this is in today's Times, And it says there, Eurovision fans are no match for tech-savvy touts. A new breed of young tech-savvy touts jumped the queue for Eurovision tickets this week after exploiting a flaw in a key piece of software used by retailers and governments. Thousands of fans were left disappointed. Many complained about being kicked out of a virtual queue and receiving error messages when trying to pay. What else does it say here? Yeah, it says here about how touts are everywhere for big concerts. It mentions Ed Sheeran here and how touts can easily snap up well over 1,000 tickets in the blink of an eye before any normal folk are through to the screen where you put in your payment details. It's unbelievable. Ticketmaster invests tens of millions every year to protect consumers against bots and successfully blocks countless attacks every day. However, without further legislation and a commitment from UK authorities to pursue and punish the people behind them, bots will continue to exploit increasingly sophisticated software to attack e-commerce sites. The financial rewards for touts far outweigh any current risks they face. There's also a little picture of Mae Muller, who is representing the UK this year, and that song's doing really well. I think she's #1 on iTunes, or she certainly was here in the UK a short time ago. She'll chart in the top 40 next week, all being well. Great stuff. So let me know your thoughts on the whole tickets situation, because it's definitely been a bit controversial. And it's worth saying that this year's Melfest, of course, as it has been the case for several years now, the finals in the Friends Arena, which is triple the size, maybe even quadruple the size of the venue in Liverpool where this year's contest is going to be. And that's quite disappointing, really. Eurovision demands now, I would say, a much bigger arena than the one we're getting this year and what we had in 2019, for example. Sometimes it's just not possible, and I know a lot of people might prefer the more intimate setting. But Eurovision is huge, and it's getting bigger all the time. And the demand for tickets, as we saw this year, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So stick it in a big arena, give more people the opportunity to go, have a more effective system of people being able to buy tickets, because Ticketmaster did not have the best reputation anyway, and now all of this stuff has come out about people being kicked out of the queue and not being able to pay when they're on the screen, and all of that business. That's really disappointing. So it needs to be a hell of a lot smoother and slicker, perhaps, and Eurovision itself needs to be in a bigger venue. And I'm not going to sit here and criticise Liverpool as a city, far from it, and I'm not going to criticise the venue, really, but it could have been at the O2 in London, much bigger, and arguably more technical capabilities as well. It comes out today that if Lorraine goes to Eurovision in Liverpool, she might have to change the staging, because that massive LED screen, which I think weighs about a ton, excuse me, I'm running out of breath, which I think weighs about a ton, she might not be able to have that because it dangles down from the ceiling and it's too heavy or too big. I don't know. That's really disappointing as well. If you are a venue staging Eurovision, you should be ready for any type of staging that might come your way. So they'll have to think about that moving forwards, and there's only about 2 months in which to sort it. Are we getting the results, ladies and gentlemen? Nope. That's Danny Salcedo, and he's wearing a pink hat. That's quite the look. That's quite the look. I'm not sure what that's all about, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do that for the time being, and I'm also just going to, if I can, I'm just going to do that, because quite frankly I don't want to hear him sing at the moment. So yes, what else is there to say while I ramble on before the results come in? I really do apologise, but I didn't know when to start filming this video. It was either going to be a really short one or a super long one, so I've decided to film it, or rather start filming it, in between the two voting segments. In terms of future videos, well, the motivation hasn't totally been there because I was unsuccessful the other day in getting tickets, so that sort of put me in a bit of a bad mood. And I still don't know whether I'm going to be going to Liverpool yet. Me and my friend will talk about it moving forwards. St George's Hall, I think they're showing it on a big screen, and there are lots of other venues as well in Liverpool. The Tate as well. Loads of places are going to be showing the contest, so we might go for that. I don't know. Part of me feels as though I'd really be missing out on something very enjoyable, but I also think that if I went, it just wouldn't feel the same. I'd feel quite disappointed somehow that I'm not actually in the arena. But we'll see. Another video that I'll be filming at some point is my 10 great national final songs of the season, which I filmed last year, and I was really happy with how it turned out, and I think a lot of other people enjoyed it too. So I'll be going through all of the national finals and picking 10 songs, not necessarily my favourites from a particular country, but 10 great songs that I've enjoyed over the Eurovision season, and I'll be talking about them in a little bit of depth. I'll also be filming, of course, videos reacting to the Azerbaijani track, which after tonight will be the only one left to be revealed in semi-final 1. I'll be reacting to the Armenian track, which I have very high hopes for. That's on March the 15th. We've also got the Georgian track. Don't know too much about that yet. And also, that's it, isn't it? Oh, Greece. We were supposed to get that yesterday, but we didn't. It's been delayed again. Although I think there's some sort of clip going around on the internet, some sort of leak, I don't really know, a teaser, whatever it is. I haven't heard a thing, I don't really know what to expect, but that Greek song is coming soon. I'll be reacting to that as and when. And yeah, we're getting Portugal's track tonight as well. That is the last national final of the Eurovision season. I think Mimi Cat is going to win it, although the juries might have a say in that, absolutely. Edmundo is there. De Punk Sportif might really do well. Apparently, the results from the second heat in Portugal, the jurors and the public had a very differing opinion, so it'll be interesting to see the full results when they're released in the next couple of days. Claudia Pascoal, I'd love to see her back at Eurovision, I really, really would. But irrespective of what Portugal send to Liverpool, I do worry about their chances, because it's a tough semi-final. And I know I've been saying for a long time, it's only 15 countries, it's harder to not qualify. But now that we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of it, I look at Portugal and Azerbaijan. The song's not even out for Azerbaijan, but I'm looking at them and thinking, wow, you could be in a spot of bother if your song is really not bang on the money. Wow, they are dragging this out, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. Like I said, I will put a timestamp of sorts in the comments so you can just skip to the good bit. But I think we all know what's about to happen. Come on now. I think we all know what's about to happen. So remember, I predicted Lorient would win with 184 points in total. My laptop is clearly getting excited as well. So, according to this, there's only 15 minutes of the show to go, which is enough for the results and the winner's reprise. Jesper is standing there. What's going on? Oh yes, I need to turn the volume up. What a prat. Turn it up, here we go. Vi har resultats. It's the time, ladies and gentlemen. All eyes on Sweden. He's just said how many people voted. I'm not sure what that number is in English, but it's a lot. I think the success story of this year's Melfest, and I said this previously, look at Axel Schillström's suit. Woof! But I think the success story is Smashing to Pieces making the final, not having to go through the second chance round either. That's wonderful, and maybe next year we'll get more rock songs from Sweden, more diversity. There's Cassiopeia, who is an American Song Contest winning songwriter. Let's not forget. Here we go. Nordman. How many did I predict? I predicted Nordman to finish with 26 in total. He's just waffling on a little bit here. I mean, come on now. I don't think a shock's on the cards at all. This video will end once we know the results, just so you know. Yes, there they are, the legends, Nordman. Maybe 20-something. 36. So they finish on 44. Not bad. Maria is next. Well, this was a bit of a jury flop, I have to say. 37 points. She finishes on 47. She is going to finish near the bottom, which does surprise me a bit. Tuna Sekelius is next. I predicted 89 in total for her. Fem off. That is really surprising. But then again, one of my least favourite songs in final. Panietos. This could be big. 25. They finish on 47. I predicted they'd finish on 55. 50, sorry. So just off. Jon Henrik, I predicted he would finish on 50 points as well. Oh. Is it big? 58 big ones for Jon Henrik. So once again, let down a bit by the jury marks. It's a running theme for him in Melfest, I feel. Tuna Sekelius last. That's a shame. She's a good performer, but the song this year I wasn't totally enthused with. Mariette. Predicted her to finish with 32. Well, she's already beaten that. 16 points for Mariette, and I don't know when we'll be seeing her again in Melfest, to be honest. Ah, here's Kiana. She'll be back next year, I'm sure. I predicted that she'd finish with 36. She's already a point ahead of that. Oh, that is good. That is good. 39. That is great. I'm so thrilled for her. 39 points. Next is Teos. Teos. Wow. Well, I thought he'd do a little bit better. 78 in total for him. Predicted 55. Next is Smash Into Pieces. Well, if you love rock, you'll have gone big for this. $60-something? Yes. 59 points. Wow, I think they're going to finish third. Fantastic. Predicted 86 for them. They finish on 112. Really great. Really great to see a song like that doing the business. Next is Paul Ray, who did remarkably well with the jurors, but I think he might come crashing back down to earth now. 30-something, 30, 31. One point for Paul Ray. What a difference between the public and the jury on that one. Wow. Wow. That is a massive slap in the face. Heavens above. We're down to the last three. They're showing them on screen here, but I think we all know, I don't mean to be rude, but Thomas Gierson has had better looking days. We know what's happening here. We know what's happening here. Lorraine, she must be sitting there thinking, I am so good. I am so good. She looks very nervous. This must mean, obviously, a lot to her. But she must be thinking as well, I'm winning this comfortably. Marcus and Martinez. Well, if this is anything less than 75, goodbye. Goodbye. But can you imagine the scenes if they were the winners here? Here we go. Oh yeah, it's lower than 75. It's all over. It's all over, bar the shouting. Marcus and Martinez finished with 138. I predicted 158. The crowd know what's happening here. How many points does Lorraine need? 50-something? 92 points. It'll be something like that. Why has Cassiopeia come dressed as a Christmas tree? Lorraine, she's very emotional here. Heart's beating fast. Marcus and Martinez know exactly what's about to happen. She didn't really have much in the way of a challenge. Gracious in defeat, the two Norwegian chaps. No, there's no way, based on the age range voting that they do in Sweden. There's no way she's lost this. And everybody's going to have her certainly in their personal top 5 this year, which is a really big indication, if you ask me, that she's going to do the business in Liverpool. But you might have to change the staging. This is the moment then, 8:54 PM here in the UK. The winner is $85 points, which means that she didn't get the big 12 in every category, but the inevitable has happened. Lorraine is going to Liverpool, and that 7th win, that record-equaling 7th win, is very much on the cards, ladies and gentlemen. She's going back 11 years after it happened for her in Baku. Well, there we go. My reaction maybe not the most exciting, you'll see, but that's because it was sort of inevitable. We knew what was coming. I don't know if we've got the screen with the full results yet, but I'll be interested to take a look. You have to say, Paul Ray, a big discrepancy there between the public and the jury. And you have to say as well, Smash Into Pieces doing so well is very good. Yes, okay, I don't know what you're saying, but okay. And Turner finished last. I predicted 4th. I think that's the last time I predict the Melfest results, ladies and gentlemen. Lorena! Take that trophy. Have those flowers. Raise them high. She can't believe it. But you know, it was on the cards well before this year's Melfest even began. As soon as we got the list of participants, you could have seen this happening. There it is. I'm going to pause the screen. So, 177. I predicted 192. Marcus and Martinez, 138. I predicted 158. Smash Into Pieces finished 3rd. What a brilliant result that is. 112 for them. Jon Henrik finishes 4th. Teots 5th, which is very good considering he came through last week's show. Kiana 6th. Brilliant result. Absolutely wonderful. Paul Ray finishes 7th. Mariette is 8th. Maria, excuse me, my goodness, excuse me. Maria was 9th. Was she? Something like that. 10th was Mariette. 11th was Nordman. And last, Tuna Sekelius. And that is that. That's all she wrote. Oh, dear me. So, there'll be a blog post about this year's Melfest and indeed the winning track at some point within the next 24 hours. And now we turn our attention to Portugal. Will it also be a female soloist? We wait and see. Let me know your thoughts on these results, ladies and gentlemen. I think we were all expecting it, and I haven't seen anything from tonight apart from the results, but I am aware that Tattoo had an issue with the smoke machine. And I saw a few comments from people online, and you would have thought it was the end of the world. How dare they sabotage our queen? I'm thinking, for God's sake, calm down. It's a blasted smoke machine. Smoke machines can get out of hand very often. It might well happen again in Liverpool. Calm yourselves. Oh, man. But I think a lot of people are going to want her to win. They're going to want her to win Eurovision in Liverpool because she'd be the first woman to do it twice, and it would be a record-equaling 7th win for Sweden, so I think a lot of people just want her to win anyway. Is the song good enough to win Eurovision? Yes. Does she have tougher competition than she did 11 years ago? Yes. But you could also say it could be a very comfortable win 2 months from now. Anyway, let me know what you think. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Apologies if the quality of this video wasn't that great. I'm going to upload it straight away. Until next time, take care of yourselves. And hopefully I'll see you again on my channel very soon. Tack! Bye for now.